the coalition of Progressive Gambians are getting themselves together with the police to submit their petition. And we are just about to see that. They are having this conversation between the police and the protest leaders. They want to hand over their petition, and we are right here with them. That's their petition. That's the petition. One to the Attorney General and another one to the National Assembly, one to the Ministry of Justice. We are right here following them. We are with them, trying to...
One more. Now can we have our friends in media? Okay, just take it easy. Okay, one at a time.
Okay, we are here. You can see a lot of commotion, but we are here trying to make sure we cover this outside the National Assembly. We are about to hand over the petition. The media, we are getting set, and we are inside. We are inside here. Those, you have some of the people getting ready to meet them. We are here inside the National Assembly, right here. Pate Jallo, you recognize him. He's the gentleman standing over there in the uniform. They are about to...
Where are the other my food? The guys there delivering the letter.
They are coming, they are behind. You left them behind.
What's going on here?
You left them behind. Check them, they are coming. So us media, we are here on our designated position. Boy, fogolon ñu taxawé side boba dinañ mëna am ga. Boy ñu taxawé side bo xamné dinañ mëna am ga. Or else duñ leen ben wa. Correct. So they are here.
Flex.
Here they are. You can see the police are having their drones. It's traveling around to pick up some more. Why? Why not? No. Please. You cannot tell me what to say and not to say on my media. What are you talking about?
Oh, 5 o'clock, yes. Can we have room to walk through, please?
Are you part of them? Yes.
On that one, you are my sound.
Yeah, Oh, okay. You're going to read it here and read it out as well?
Yes. Let me read here. Yeah.
It's okay.
No, here it's okay. It's fine.
It's okay.
Okay, cool. No, they said it's okay.
Come to me. I'll come to side. Come to me.
No. Okay. I hope we are set. Oh, sorry. You continue. Let me allow you to get set. I hope we are set. I just have a statement to present to you before we present our letters. Good morning, those on the ground, representatives of the National Assembly and the judiciary, the press, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Coalition of Progressive Gambians, we acknowledge the presence of all those who are here, the press, the security, and all those present to represent the National Assembly and the judiciary. We are grateful to you for your support in making this day a success. We, the Coalition of Progressive Gambians, a pressure group registered in the Gambia with a vision for the Gambia that all, be it government or civil servants and aspiring public servants, are held to account to the people at home and abroad. Ensure all Gambians enjoy equal rights, opportunities with diversity and inclusion, tolerance and social justice. Our mission is to stand up and ensure power is given to the people to enjoy their rights, exercise them with fairness and discipline. It is the objective of the Coalition of Progressive Gambians to create an environment in which the voiceless and the voiced be respected. Raising awareness also is one of our objectives of the people for a peaceful coexistence that ensures politicians are held to account on their promises when elected into office. We're calling for unity as friends in fighting corruption and injustice together and putting Gambia first with power to the people. The protest is to demonstrate our discontent in the amended draft Constitution 2024 being gazetted, calling for the retabling of the draft 2020 produced by the then mandated Constitutional Review Commission. The 2020 draft Constitution should be amended in parliamentary reading stages if needed, that is based on compromise and consensus, and to the best interest of a progressive Gambia. The draft Constitution 2020 was written by an independent commission, that is the CRC, established by an Act of Parliament 2017 and in compliance with the 1997 Constitution, Section 226. It was widely consultative and embedded key issues facing Gambians since independence, such as formalizing secularism, leadership integrity, presidential term limit, temporary succession of the president, appointment of ministers, establishment of the prerogative of mercy committee, restriction regarding office of the president, immunity of legal proceeding for the president after office, election and appointment of the leaders of the National Assembly, regulation of political parties, appoint dual citizen public office and election in public service, independent institutions, the service commissions, anti-corruption commission, and the independent electoral and boundary commission. Prohibition of local CFOLU and alcalos in partisan politics, local government autonomy, and the management of state-owned enterprises. The Coalition of Progressive Gambians and other stakeholders are present to raise our concerns and demand an immediate consideration to the concerns of most Gambians. At these trying times, We have to complete.
more than 70% of Gambians believe a new constitution is the primary step forward. Moreover, the CoPG is convicted that the 2020 draft constitution is the constitution we want.
It is the voice of the people and set the principles we want to be governed with through personal integrity and national sovereignty. Recently, we were disappointed by the unconstitutional move by the executive and the Minister of Justice, who omitted some of the provisions and entering clauses of the 2020 draft without a proper consultation in respect for the voice and choice of Gambians. Majority of Gambians who contributed in drafting were very disappointed after so much money has been spent and time spent. If amendments are genuine and for the interest of Gambians, why are those provisions omitted? We believe that if government is really serious in tackling corruption, it has to strengthen democracy and good governance. We therefore call on the Minister of Justice and legal advisor of government to respond to the public disappointment and retable for promulgation the CRC draft constitution. The National Assembly to ensure that even if the draft 2020 has to be amended in parliamentary reviews, the clauses must be reflected. We continue to monitor and evaluate the progress of this call and hope the voice and choice of the citizenry will be acted upon. We expect a referendum by mid-2025. As we always say in our pledge, let justice guide our action towards the common good. We call on all patriotic Gambians, goodwill ambassadors to stand in solidarity with the CoPG and ensure we have these entering clauses back as a compromise in the 2024. I am Celestine Kujabi, the Secretary General of the Coalition of Progressive Gambians. We thank you for your attention.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Any words, Deputy Speaker? Any words, So you're submitting to MOJ tamit wala MOJ ni ese dice going to come here and here MOJ at come here so MOJ where is the MOJ coming and where is party? Let me go and ask so MOJ this one can you yeah we are right here at the National Assembly. The Coalition of Progressive Gambians have just managed to submit their petition, but who received your petition?
Unfortunately, we have not yet.
Outside and do it.
MOJ has not
We have not seen the Minister of Justice, and we had to.
I want to know. I just asked when
We
they're coming to get
needed
their-
a representative because we are assured that there should be a
Let me
representative.
just talk to them so that we confirm what to do. But for the press briefing or whatsoever, you have to do it outside.
Okay.
Not here.
No,
Here
we
is
just want
only
to capture
present.
them. It's just to capture the MOJ and then we're gone. So they are here.
MOJ are going to come here to get the letter, or we are going there to give them their letter.
What is stated in your
It was not stated. It was informed by one of your officers at the office that we don't have to walk to the MOJ. They will come to collect their letters. Okay, so what you want us to do, yeah? Well, if they don't solve, we have to go and give them. Listen, we have a letter to deliver.
well, and it was what we will stick
So
by.
what we say is, do we have to visit here for them?
I
I can speak for you. You told us that we should wait here, we should not go. Oh, your office, the office of the IGP, said that we don't have to walk to the MOG. We will wait here for them to send a delegation.
Okay, let's wait outside.
Thank you.
So there you have it. They've submitted their petition to the National Assembly. Ministry of Justice hasn't been served with their petition yet. We are outside here. Where Sidin Jai was the one who met them and received, together with the majority leader, as well as the clerk, the current the clerk who was just recently appointed, that would taken next, Khalifa Mbai. The three of them were there. I also saw the minority leader from the UDP. We saw him as well. He was part of that delegation that received the petition. And we are now leaving this area. We are vacating this place so that we go and wait outside. Okay.
tey suñ sécurité bii nii tey ñun ñoom lañ yaakaar ñoom ñoo ñoo aat yéen ngeen di feeku alal yoo xam ne kenn xamut lu mu dayo bu toolu suñ sécurité bi lekk bu baax sax mënuñ koo am suñ demee seen kër yi duñ am sax lu baax luñ toogee seen biir kër yi aha boobu noonu tey président bi suy génn pour awas si lañ ko taxaw ci trafic bi naaj bi tànga seen kaw lu nekk di leen fa mun a dal te dara du si génn amuñ salaire yu baax amuñ li fi dëkkuwaay yu baax ba pare lekk yu baax sax duñ leen ko jox loolu dafa jaaduwul dafa école bi nekk fii nii li ñoo am teranga biñ fi nekkee ku si jibi sa bëkkër wala leneen a leneen ñun suñ sécurité bi mënuñoo am dara ñu jël leen teg leen si badu bi loolu dafa war a jeex si réew mi sécurité bii nii dañ leen war a yokkal seen salaires yi nga xam ne ëllëg si biir ku si ritaaya di nga am sa kër am si leneen loo toog waaye tey national assembly bi ni nekk fi ñu leen di jox ay thousands yu dul tee te ñoom li sécurité bi liggéey kenn war a gis duñ ko liggéey lii dafa daw yaram dañ leen ñu gëstu suñ sécurité ñun amul kenn kurul ñii ndax ñii ñoo ma bokk a jotaay ñoo ma bokk a ci benn kër buñ nekk ñoo ma bokk a lu nekk nañ leen ñoo ci suñ sécurité bi ñii ñoo gàttal ne
jaar bu am loi yu nga xam ne loolu la ñëpp di jooy loi yi nga xam ne moom la ñëpp di jooy tey mooy constitution bu baax constitution boo xam ne moom lañ tegoon te ci CRC bi National Assembly bi ñoom ñoo dooleel CRC bi ñu dépense yi lu dem ci téeméeri million ak fukk ak juróom-benn so mu doon loo xam ne nag kay loi yooyu noonu muy constitution bi di draft di 2020 draft constitution bi mu doon constitution boo xam ne Gambien si yëpp ñoo ci expectoon ne by now waroon nañoo nekk under that constitution moom moo ñu waroon a govern today waaye da nga gis ne depuis boobu ba léegi gisuñ ci suñ bopp so lu moo tax ñun coalition of Progressive Gambians ñu ne la nga xam ne dagal doon démba duñ ko nangu bu dagan tey di draft di 2020 draft constitution bi doomi réew bi dañ ci def seen xaalis def ci seen kaddu ñu nekk ci biir réew bi ak ñu nekk bitim réew amul fu ñu warut wax ak doomi réew bi ci biir réew bi ak bitim réew bon nag bu demee noonu doomi réew bi tey waroon nañoo expect ne 2020 draft constitution bi tey moo ñu waroon a jiite ñaareel bi nguur gi nga xam ne moom moo ñëwoon pour ñetti at loi boobu noonu dinañ ko siil gaset ko ba nga xam ne kenn du fi demati lu ëpp ñaari mandat bon nag mu doon lu daw yaram buñ gisee njiiti réew bi génn di wax ne dafay dem ñetti mandat so moom dafa mel ne fa nekk ci askan gi di leen di or waxtu su nekk ak saa su nekk te loo gis dafa am fu mu em moo tax ñun ñu ne ñun coalition of Progressive Gambians ak doomi Gambien si yëpp ñu génn si ñu ne laajte suñu ax ak suñu yelleef mooy 2020 draft constitution bi nga xam ne mooy kaddu Gambien si 2024 draft constitution bi Gambien si dañ ko gisee ne is a cabinet constitution parce que waa cabinet bi rek ñoom ñoo ko defar génnee ko seen xalaati bopp la donte implémenté guñ ko riidam guñ ko teebulam guñ ko waaye seen xalaati bopp la mu doon gàcce waaye nag Gambien si ñi nga xam ne am nañ gis-gis am nañ dégg-déggin xam nañ ne loolu dañ ko use pour mun a still retain the 1997 constitution bi nga xam ne moom la fi ñëpp ñaawlu woon kon nag lu ñëpp ñaawlu woon démba ñu ne daganu démba warta dagan tey gàcce la sax pour today the 1997 constitution bi li ñu gouverner today parce que président bi mu demee Europe wane dig na gaay diaspora bi seen contribution ci biir réew bi dafa am solo trop parce que fii kër gi fi lekk añ reer ndéewoo xamal ne diaspora bi ñu ngi dépense si kër googu jigoon nañ leen ne dinañ leen jox right
How is it?
Fine, alhamdulillah.
Good
How
to
are
see
you?
you. Not too bad.
It's been a while.
Yes.
How are you?
Give us an interview,
right.
if you don't mind.
Okay.
Jërëjëf ñu ngi fii nii outside the National Assembly. Christian Cemetery ba nekk nii a very well-known youth advocate. I will let him introduce himself. Please, if you can kindly introduce yourself.
Thank you. I think it's Gainako, right?
Askanmi.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me here. My name is Haji Suwane. I'm the National Youth Leader of the United Democratic Party.
He's the National Youth Leader of the United Democratic Party. So what brings you here today for this protest?
Just like written here, it is CoPG,
Yes.
Coalition of Progressive Gambia, who extended an invitation to me, putting my attention to a national call, because I call it a national call. Its importance cannot be overemphasized. The 2020 draft constitution, we all know why we were there at the time. 2017, Gambians went to the poll in 2016 December. We decided for a change. And that change, I think what led the promises was to have a third republic. Third republic, you cannot have it without having a new constitution. And that lead to the government then to constitute a CRC, that's Constitutional Commission, to look into the 1997 constitution and give us a constitution that's going to capture every aspiration or a desire of a Gambia. So therefore, 2020, all what we saw is for a personal interest to be used as a reason to reject that 2020 draft constitution. So we saw another constitution, that is the 2024.
The one that has been gazetted
Recently. So we thought that's not the view of the people, because it was not consultative one. It was never put to the attention of the public. All what we saw is the Nigeria, Abuja meeting. From there, we saw a gazetted document. So we are here today to say no to that constitution. A constitution that we have already invested $116 million is what we want to be tabled before the National Assembly.
You want the 2021?
Exactly.
Parliament is going to, this November, Parliament will be seeing this 2024, and in December they are going to vote. What's your message to the National Assembly members that will be voting inside this building? How do you think they should vote when it comes?
They should vote in line with the wish and aspiration of the people.
And that is, yes?
That is the 2020 draft constitution.
Okay.
They should not give any chance to this 2024, because we shouldn't take risk with constitutions. This is something that when it happened not only one life, it happened and caused a lot of lives. So 2024 draft constitution, if you look at it, it was never consulted. Nobody has seen that the government has put the attention of any Gambia or any citizen or any organization to ask them how do they see that draft constitution to be amended. They never. The referendum means that they are again wasting public funds, because I know the public is not going to vote for it, and referendums cost a lot of money. Before you go to referendum, you must have a document that every Gambian is given okay to it. If not 100%, but majority 98 or 99 is given an okay to it. If not, it's going to be a waste to public funds, which I think we can invest heavily in our education sector, in our health sector, even in our own infrastructure. So we have a lot of things to do without wasting money. So 2024 draft, if it is passed by Parliament, is going to be a waste of resources. Yeah.
There we have it. That is the National Youth representative for the United Democratic Party, the UDP, Mr. Suwane. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you so very much. Wonderful. I appreciate. Thank you.
We are going to go and talk to other people. Olof, waaw mu nga lakk si Olof sa tur bi.
Man maa ngi tudd Ablaye Seck.
Aha, yow fo fan nga bokk da nga bokk si coalition bi wala da nga bokk si benn groupe.
Waaw dañoo bokk ñun ak ñoom dañuy liggéey ñun ñu ngi bokk ci benn groupe bu ñuy wax PNP.
waaw
muy Patriotic Nationalist Platform.
Aha, kon yow
ñu nekk Sinthiou Alaaji.
Ok, jërëjëf.
ko sorut waaw.
Kon lu la fi indi tey?
li ñu fi indi mooy comme li fi indi nit ñi yëpp. yow ñu mënuñu understand benn mbir. mënuñu jël suñu alal.
waaw
jël ñenn dénk leen suñu réew. jël suñu alal $116 million.
waaw
ñu def ko si benn constitution jox leen ko ñu jël ko di ñu fooye. lii fooyee aw askan la. te loolu kenn wuru ko nangu. parce que ñoom alal ju ñuy dundee alal ju ñu leen fay lépp si ñun lay génnee sama bitik lay ñëw collecte fa dara ñëw sa bitik collecte fa dara ñëw sa site collecte fa dara boolante ko di leen ko jox foog nit ñi xamal leen loolu respect nag nit ñi moo tax li ñu la jiite li ñu la sant nga defal leen loolu ñoo soxla woon ñëpp plein 2 years ñoo fi taxaw ne constitution bu fi nekk baaxul ñoom ñu koy wax ñun ñu koy wax ba ñëwee ñu jël suñu alal jox leen leen defal leen constitution ñu wër Gambie yëpp Gambie yi ne si àdduna bi ñu dem fekk leen fa wër leen jël suñu alal fay leen ñu defal constitution ba pare ñëw duñ ko use lan kon lan moo njëriñu constitution boobu
léegi laaj lan day yëg nga ne constitution bi mu ngi war a ñëwaat 2024 bi
ñoom 2024 bi li ñu wax maa constitution 2020 bi nekku ne moom lañ ñëwaat ñoom dañoo dem soppi la leen neex bëgguñu ko indi loolu soxlawuñu ko lañ defaroon 2020 nga xam ne askanu Gambie yëpp a ci ànd nañu indi loolu buñ ci indi benn ceeñis soxlawuñu ko ba seen ceeñis seen intérêt bopp dong
jërëjëf ñu ngi dem emoji let's move guys emoji let's move
We need changes. Our forces must
well, Chris is there coming. No, leave my Chris. We are here. They are about to hand over the petition to the Ministry of Justice, and that is what we are about to witness. The representative of the Ministry of Justice, they are about to hand over their petition to them.
Jadi ala YouTube ba
nee naa ko jamono bii ñu ngi si pencum ndaw ñi comme ni ko waxee rek National Assembly fa lañ nekk ni fi nga xam ne fa la ñuy dogal lépp fa la ñuy defar lépp li nga xam ne rek mooy dem ci wàllum réew bi muy Gambia fa lañ ko
The speaker is here together with me. So they didn't say a word. So we are going to head out again. People. Sorry. So it seems like these people are not having any words for you guys to receive. They didn't say anything. None of them have said a word.
to read it for the public. None of them they don't know their work. Yeah, but that's just the way it is, as far as they are concerned. But we know what we want, and we will be going to every level to try to achieve it. Because at the end of the day, this is for the whole country. Everyone will benefit. Civil servants, private citizens, private businesses, everybody. Everyone knows that 2020 Constitution is robust. It is the constitution of the people. It is the constitution that involves everyone for consultation, both at home and abroad. So for that reason, it is the constitution that states that the alcalos should not be, part of politics. The safers should not be part of the politics. It's the constitution that gives right to development. It's the constitution that gives every worker in the Gambia to have a good standard of living. It is the constitution that also set limits for the presidency retroactively, which is, of course, a general consensus. It is also a constitution that states that the Gambia as a nation, for it to transform into a new Gambia, it has to have that fundamental document to have these institutions, which includes, of course, transparency and accountability of everyone that is in the country, respecting the rule of law, as well as participation of all the youths as well as the adults. So it's a constitution that, of course, we are not saying it's 100%. That is why we give the chance for it. If there is any amendment that needs to be done on compromise and consensus, by the National Assembly, it is more than welcome, as long as it is agreed by those who represent us. But what we don't want is a cabinet to sit down in the cabinet and draw up a constitution and expect that to be used by majority of Gambians. I thank you all very much.
Your name, please.
Name.
We are going to continue. We have a few people who we're going to protest. Talk to. Wow, why not? Why not?
Rampant corruption in our system. Rampant corruption in our system. All the institutions are corrupt. All the institutions are corrupt.
Don't worry.
Bala mu neex Gambie dañuy wax ne door naa ko marto wala bi fi ko takee laa lekkee loolu ñu ko war a génne suñ kàllaama révolution du set wecc révolution boo xam ne boo may reyante de waaye ñu wecc suñ doxalin xam nga dañu am régime change moo am ba baro ñëw waaye ci ñu système bi fi am nag fi tubaab yi bàyyi la te jabala fa jël réew mi ñu fi tubaab bàyyi ñu wax maintain di status quo bu ñu ci dara nañ doxal rek te loolu duñu yóbbu ndik te tubaab yi fi ñu jaar ba egga fi ñu eggal Afrique duñu fa jaar lu tax tubaab yi African labour free labour ak suñu resources suñ cheap resources fekka ñu ne sampa ñaari téeméeri at ci gannaaw ba tey ñu ngi taxaw ñeneen sampa loolu ñun africains yi America Caribbeans ak ñu yóbbu Europe ñoo ko sampa suñu aleel suñ cheap resources dañ sampa Europe suñu ñëw fii rek ñu wax ne def leen def ñooy fet seen bopp la ñoo dimbale ñun dañ war a jël jéego yoo xam ne moo ñu sut moo baax si ñun buñ jël jéego yoo xam tuwaay yi ñu ko waxal du ñu waxal dara lu baax ñoom bëgguñ ñu maa ko wax.
kon su ma la dégg. waaw dafa mel ni réew mi foog ñu wécc attitude. waaw foog ñu wécc jikko yi. foog ñu am ku set loxo. waaw mu set di setale. wala jub di jubal. waaw loolu buñ ko amul réew mi fañ bëgg ñu àgg du fa egg. loolu rek ñu ñoo def ba mu am ko.
loolu li nga wax rek mooy change mindset si anglais mindset moo ngi ci xalaat li ñoo xalaatee waaw loolu ki ko jiite xaw ma naka la ko mën a wee waaye ku set la ko xam ne du nit njuut jaay te dafa doylu te doylu nag waaw fa jiite réew mi tam askan bi moo ko ñor loolu nag li ñuy wax qualifications yooyu pour am nit ku mel noonu fa jafe waaye moom fii de mu si dëkk bi de dañ fa nubu rek waaye mu si dëkk bi.
lan ngay wax Gambien yi nga xam ne yëg nañ li mel nii mooy jóg leen ñu xeex seen kàddu réew seen sartak réew seen téere réew mu am ñu romba ne ñun dañu am ci dépense mu am ñu romba ne ñi amuñ fayda mu am ñu toog seen téere ne ñii dañ am jot waaye man de dama jàpp ne réew li koy suqali réew mi bu tàkkee kenn du am joti ci dépense kenn du am joti toog wala ngay nelaw kon nag est-ce que jotut xobbali balaa ngaa lakkale dama ne
jot na kay
bu néeg bi tàkk sa boor sa dikkandoor bi tàkkale nga ne
yow mucculoo de mucculoo de nekkuñ fi waaye ñi fi nekk dañ am ne téeméer nit ñu mën a waxal te ñu ñoo gis nañ gis télévision nañ jóg xam ne li ñoo jóg li ñoo tey mooy dëgga draft constitution bi li nga xam ne moom la baro tegal baax te du musa baax nañ jóg wax liñ wax nee ne ñeneen jóg ñeneen wax su yàggee dina ko dégg na déglu na ñu dégg yaakaar naa déglu de na déglu.
docteur mën naa laa laaj benn question mooy constitution 2024 bi dina war a ñëw novembre fii nii December ne second reading bi si la war a xam ndax yow li sa xalaat comme la parlement war a def si
loolu xanaa Barrow mi nga xam ne moo waxoon ne buñ ko votal buñ votal 2020 bi waxaat leen rek ñu tam nañ bi ne leen votal bu leen ko votal nañ leen indi 2020 bi loolu la war a def ko 2020 fi warta dem référendum su demee rek xay la because dafa nekkee pour joñu suñ freedom joñu suñ dignité yëpp la génnee njuut njaay sax di ko fa def pour nit ñi pour génn njuut njaay si dëkk bi daf ko génnee loolu mooy lan di 2024 bi liñ soxla 2020 bi constitution boobu lañ soxla su fekkee ne nag 2020 bi demut ba référendum kon te 2024 bi demut ba mu warta dem kon 1997 constitution bi dañuy demee
am na ñu wax ne mën nañoo yóbbu 2024 bi ci comité ñu wécci ko back to 2020 luy sa xalaat si loolu ndax yow sax óolu nga parliamentarians yii nii pour ñu def lu
non man óoluma lu ma ne nañ jël 20 fàtte bii nañ sànni bale 2024 bi nañ ko te fali si mbalit ñu reject ko complete indi 2020 bu la Gambien si wax waay Gambien si ñëpp lu lañ wax diaspora mi lañ wax ñëpp lu lañ wax kon ñu ko wéccee 2024 bi
yow pare nga dem ñu dem élection ak 1997 bi kon yow fu nekk nii pare nga pour ñu dem parce que suñ ko rejeté boobu moo nekk ñu dem ak
déedéet man li ma bañ mooy ñu dem 2024 draft constitution o ñu yóbbu 1997 constitution boobu ànduma si ñaar yëpp nañ yóbbu 2020 draft bi su fekkee na boobu demut ñaar yëpp dañ bon waa nga seet bana gën ko na xëy na 2024 waaye ànduma ci so neen yàlla ne kii jël réew mi after 2026 yàlla jox ko xel mu xam ne dañ war a delluwaat jël 2020 bi ko boobu liñ suspend dañuy yaakaar bëri te loolu kaddu réew mi du kaddu benn nit jërëjëf
if needed, that is based on compromise and consensus and the best interest of the progressive Gambia. The draft Constitution 2020 was written by an independent commission, CRC, established by an Act of Parliament in 2017 and in compliance with the 1997 Constitution, Section and embedded key issues facing Gambians since independence, such as formalizing secularism, leadership integrity, presidential retroactive term limit, temporary successor of the president, appointment of ministers, establishment of the prerogative of mercy committee, restriction regarding office of the president, immunity of legal proceeding for the president after office, election and appointment of the leaders of the National Assembly, regulation of political parties, appoint dual citizens to public office and election in public service, the independent institutions, service commissions, anti-corruption commission and the independent electoral and boundary commission, prohibition of local CFOs and alcalos in partisan politics, local government autonomy and management of state-owned enterprises. The coalition of Progressive Gambians and other stakeholders are present to raise concerns and demand an immediate consideration to the concerns of most Gambians. At these trying times, more than 70% of Gambians believe a new constitution is the primary step. Moreover, the CoPG is convicted that the 2020 draft constitution is the constitution of the people and the constitution they want. It is the voice of the people and set of principles we want to be governed with through personal integrity and national sovereignty. Recently, we were disappointed by the unconstitutional move by the executive and the Minister of Justice, who amended and omitted some of the provisions and entrenched clauses of the 2020 draft constitution without proper consultation in respect for the voice and choice of Gambians. The removal of the clause for specification of the appointment of the Chief Justice and judicial judges are deemed a gross negligence of the principles of the separation of powers and therefore undermines any credible and reliable good governance. The 2020 draft constitution, a document we regard as sacred, is the proposal of Gambians after a thorough consultation home and abroad. It needs to be given the chance to undergo the rigorous process in the National Assembly. We expected its consideration and adoption led by the pro-government parliamentarians supported by opposing members of parliament to the people so that they can decide, but not by a few political actors. Majority of Gambians who contributed to the drafting were disappointed after so much money and time has been spent to draft this important document. The rejection of the 2020 draft by 23 pro-Barrow National Assembly members in 2021 without consideration of the citizenry will be remembered as one of the gross and adverse political errors they made in the history of this country. If the amendments are genuine and for the interest of Gambians, why were the provisions of or entrance clauses that called for the independent appointments of the Inspector General of Police, Attorney General, Chairperson of the Independent Electoral Commission and Ombudsman, the Auditor General, the Speaker and Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, and Service Commissions been omitted? Why has the provision which calls for the declaration of assets before and after public service been amended? We believe that if government is really serious in tackling corruption and ready to strengthen democracy and good governance, these crucial provisions and entrenched clauses would have been included in the amended draft. For the patriotic and progressive Gambians, these clauses are a prerequisite for a robust and reliable constitution. We therefore call on the Minister of Justice and the legal advisor to government to respond to the public disappointment and retable for promulgation the CRC draft 2020. The National Assembly also must ensure that even if the 2020 draft constitution has been amended in parliamentary reviews, the clauses must reflect the aspirations of the people. We will continue to monitor and evaluate the progress of this call and hope the voice and choice of the citizenry will be acted upon. We expect a referendum to be called for the draft 2020 constitution by mid-2025. As we always say in our pledge, we expect justice to guide our action towards the common good. We call on all goodwill partners and goodwill friends of the Gambia to stand in solidarity with the Gambian people and ensure that this 2020 draft constitution comes back or the entrenched clauses are put in place for the Gambia, our homeland.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you so much. Thank you.
benn jigéen waxu fii te yow yaa ngi fi possible kay nga wax gis naa yaa ngi tasaare t-shirt waaw
but it's big it's okay yes
léegi kan ñu wax ak yow bu gaaw waaw yaa ngi live de ñu ngi live kay ñu am la bu gaaw waaw mën nga ko may ko tuuti ma waxam ko rek bu gaaw
thanks mo fine alhamdulillah
tur bi
Fanta Aya Fanta Mbalo
waaw wante yow Aya Fanta Mbalo rek wala
vice chairperson of the coalition of progressive Gambians
yow itam yow yaa nekk only jigéen bu mu waxal tey
waaw
moo tax ma ne foog ñu wax ak yow
ok
so that jigéen yi tamit ñu xam ne jigéen yi ñu ngi fi
waaw dëgg la
léegi luy sa message as vice président tey seen event bi jeex na submit ngeen ko si Sidi Ndiaye ba pare solliciteur général bi moom si boppam so léegi pare ngeen léegi lan mooy sa message moo gisee protest bi tey
protest bi I think it's successful because the message has been passed through. The only disappointment we have is Gambians don't know about protest. I think it's still their rights. because this is for all. It is for everyone that we are fighting for. It's not only for us, and we are fighting for this for our kids too. So we would have, I would have expected a lot of people to come in. Well, alhamdulillah, the message has been passed through, and I think the government will hit to our demands this time.
You think your demands, they will actually hit to your demands and remove the 2024 and bring the 2020?
Hopefully, that's what.
Believe so?
Yeah, I believe so.
But are you sure? Are you aware that the 2024 is coming this November?
Yes.
And in December that they are going to vote on it.
And I'm appealing to the National Assembly members to throw that one out.
To reject it.
To reject it. Everybody should reject it. We want back the 2021.
Some people have been saying that they should pass it and then reverse the 2024 back to the 2020.
No,
you don't agree
no,
with
we
that?
don't agree with
Why?
that.
You don't trust them to do that?
No, we don't trust them. We don't trust this government now. Yeah.
So now you want them to reject it and then do what?
And then bring back the 2020 that people have agreed on. We all agree on that one. So they should listen to the people. Power belongs to the people. We put them there, so they should heed to us. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Any last words?
I hope so. I hope Gambians will be more conscious when next we call for a protest, and for them to fight for their rights.
So
Thank you.
If they don't hit your call, say they pass the 2024, what next?
We're coming out again. We're coming out again. We'll keep on pressuring them. We're not just going to sit down and fold our hands. We are here to stay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Let me close out. Honey, let's close out. So we are here. We're at the end actually. We have finished today's coverage, live coverage of the coalition of Progressive Gambians protesting for the 2020 draft constitution. You've heard the Vice President, you've heard Dr. Jain. They said that they are calling on parliamentarians to reject this draft constitution. They do not trust that you National Assembly members will be able to take the 2024 draft and reverse it back to the 2020. They don't have that confidence in parliamentarians. So they are calling for parliamentarians to reject this 2024 draft on December 21st, when it will be having its second reading. They want the parliamentarians to reject it. And the Deputy Speaker, he has received their petition today. Although he didn't say much, I tried to ask Deputy Speaker, any words on receiving it? Nothing. The Minister of Justice was represented by the Solicitor General himself, Honorable Tomasi. He was here. He also said nothing, all smiles when he was receiving it. And that's all we have for you today, reporting for you live here from Banjul, outside the National Assembly building, just opposite the Christian Cemetery. We will be back. Stay tuned to Askanwe. And I'm your reporter, Yusuf K. alias Flexstar. Enough, we've done enough, we've taken